Twitch has become a world leader in online streaming and esports. Used by heavy-hitting content creators globally, Twitch focuses on live game streaming, in real-life streams, and music broadcasts. Now, Twitch is actually a spin-off of Justin's original live streaming platform, Justin.tv. So, let's take a closer look at some of the reasons why Twitch grew from a humble San Francisco startup in 2011 to the live stream leader of the world, owning 67.6% of the market share in 2021. First is the rise of live streaming. Twitch is streamed live and in real time, which then keeps them ahead of their competitors, but they weren't the first to do so. In 2012, YouTube collaborated with Red Bull to display the largest live stream to date. Maybe you remember watching Felix Baumgartner jumping from the helium balloon. When Felix jumped from 128,000 feet in space, 8 million people tuned in to watch. This historical event was a primary moment furthering the already increasing popularity of live stream events. In 2016, the live video streaming market was worth $30 billion and is expected to be worth nearly $185 billion by 2027. Thanks, YouTube. Twitch got its early start in live gaming. The platform was one of the few that offered exclusively real-time content. When streaming live, viewers are able to interact and become a part of the action. Esports and gaming have consistently been the most popular forms of live stream content consumed, and needless to say, this niche racked up a lot of popularity very quickly. And as a result, other social platforms like YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook all began taking gaming a lot more seriously. And today, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook combined are racking up billions upon billions of live stream views. Global pandemic COVID-19 has further stimulated this growth, with communities adapting to the new normal, quote-unquote. More users than ever are looking for ways to interact with their peers and are turning to live streaming platforms to do so. From March 2020 to May 2020, Twitch's total hours watched increased by 267%. Like Zoom, the pandemic helped to significantly increase the demand for content. Next is Twitch hosts online and offline events simultaneously. Second to the NFL, esports are the most watched sports in America. We're talking about Super Bowl level popularity, with currently 500 million esports fans around the world. It's no surprise that there's also been a rise in tournaments and competitions, with both online and offline events and serious prize money up for grabs. Esports tournaments have become a big deal and a big draw for both viewers and gamers. Competitions that once only took part behind a computer screen are now filling out to massive arenas and stadiums while simultaneously streaming it live to millions of Twitch viewers. TwitchCon is an annual convention which is growing rapidly for all things gaming. 25,000 people turn up to take part in a weekend-long opportunity to meet some of their closest online pals, their favorite streamers, and to just immerse themselves in this growing sporting culture. Let's move on to its real-time engagement with streamers. One of the features that makes Twitch so popular is the option of live chat. Allowing viewers and streamers to interact freely and maybe anonymously with the media being provided gives the users a sense of control. This imitation of influence keeps consumers engaged. In 2015, Old Spice launched an experimental campaign called Old Spice Nature Adventure. This promotion, facilitated by Twitch, managed to achieve 2.65 million views, with 88,000 unique requests every hour. Designed to show the potential of real-time engagement, this live stream campaign offered a contractually obligated actor at the will of the internet. He wandered through the wilderness, quote-unquote, for 3 days while Twitch chat took part and chimed in. This crazy marketing campaign was ultimately a success, generating new numbers for Twitch. Next is the expansion beyond gaming streams. In more recent years, Twitch has been exploring their reach beyond gaming. Most significantly, the streaming platform has seen a huge rise in their just chatting channels, which allows users to engage without the need for gaming, and has made a space for other live streaming categories like social eating. You ever seen a mukbang? What could be called a phenomenon, mukbang live streams feature people eating large quantities of food, often shamelessly. The trend originated in South Korea on Africa TV, and while it might sound gluttonous and downright bizarre, social eating has a lot of traction behind it. Theory has it that mukbang suppresses feelings of loneliness. Witness the evolution of emotional eating on Twitch's food and drink category. Another example of Twitch's expansion is their creative category, which invites a broad spectrum of artsy types, including musicians and designers, to express themselves to a live audience. When first launching this category, Twitch streamed an all-episode marathon of Bob Ross, The Joy of Painting, which tallied 5.6 million captivated viewers. Happy little trees. Closer to their roots, Twitch has also partnered with sports teams. Soccer clubs in Europe are live streaming training sessions, and press conferences and daily insight, offering an intimate, all-access pass to their fans. The devoted fandom is so strong that Amazon signed a deal to live stream English Premier League games in the UK through Twitch. Twitch has maintained its forward momentum by proving that the platform can adapt to the needs of its users. Far beyond gaming, esports, and mukbangs, enthusiasts everywhere are turning to Twitch. And, well, with all that, how has Twitch influenced the gaming industry? First is increased game visibility. In its conquest of the video game industry, Twitch has also contributed to increase of game visibility, but also their duration of life, and therefore reinforced their associated community. Indeed, the live streaming via Twitch allowed a lot of games to meet the success that they expected, and indie games are a great example. In general, these games encounter some difficulties to make themselves a spot in the industry, which is broadly dominated by AAA games. Thanks to its live streaming platform, Twitch offered the opportunity to be able to acquire loyal viewers and player communities too. Indeed, instead of the benefit of one expensive advertising budget, indie games have the possibility to exploit the platform to make their games known. Digital games are not the only ones being broadcast on the platform. Non-digital hobbies, analog games, board games, card games, etc., also get their visibility increased thanks to Twitch. With their continued broadcasting, they participate in the democratization of knowledge related to video game industry by being taken into account as well. Next up, improved education in game development. Twitch also affects the production of video games by recently setting up channels specifically dedicated to live streaming of game programming, giving viewers the opportunity to observe the different phases of a game's programming and to voice their questions about this intensive and controversial activity. Such broadcasting within the platform aims to widen the knowledge and expertise related to that activity in order to allow this very closed and struggling sector to diversify ethnicities and women, and thus the products they offer. In this way, Twitch participates in the democratization of the assets of the video game industry and thus to the knowledge that comes from it. Though the broadcasting of video game programming shows, viewers can learn while watching and interacting with the streamer directly through the platform. For some industry professionals, this type of program can also be used for advertising purposes, since the game productions aired may be about the games that have not yet been released, with the program giving a taste of the game and highlighting some of its interesting aspects. Twitch is also changing the face of gamers. Most people know that modern Twitch is so much more than just shared gameplay. A large portion of users creating content for Twitch are basically influencers. People share themselves playing games and their audience tunes to watch them, like you would a YouTuber or a TikTok streamer. In fact, most content is comparable to the Let's Play videos PewDiePie posted on YouTube for years. Twitch has been extremely successful for users that are able to recognize people outside the platform. Popular users like Pokimane and Ninja have some pretty big fan followings, and sometimes people get this popular because of their amazing skill or their dedication to demoing titles to a very particular dedicated audience. And other users are just fun to engage with and gain followers through their charisma or their humor. Some argue this helped hype people able gaming and changed attitudes for people sitting behind their screens and controllers. Finally, we have revision and advertising for games. The current streaming can be considered a form of advertising for video games. But why? Previously, when we wanted to be sure that we were going to enjoy a game, we could refer to two types of critics. The first is the written, journalistic critic, very subjective according to what the author wants to highlight. The second is the video critic, more audiovisual content for the potential consumer, but also presented according to what the critic is going to judge useful to show. In both cases, it's a monologue where the potential player is only involved as a viewer, without any possibility of interaction. Twitch wanted to overcome this lack of interaction between the critic and the potential player by offering them the possibility to put them in relation via its platform. Its relation can thus transform itself into real dialogue, allowing the potential player the possibility to get more targeted and detailed information from the critic, and to be able to construct his proper opinion about the game. And thus, we can say that Twitch has become a sort of demo for these potential players. Moreover, it's also become the field of many interactions between streamers and players during these big game outings or during big esports events, for instance. By the massive game live broadcasting, each flux produces advertisements of any kind for the game it broadcasts. Thus, streamers also become powerful influencers of the field that editors can very easily use. And that's all the time we have for today, guys. I thank you sincerely for sticking around to the end. Make sure you hit that bell and subscribe, and that's all I got for you. Later.